All right. Welcome everybody to Amateur Hour Commentary. We are here for Indie Gaming League for Amateur Hour's own team, hosted by us here, um, with Scuba Steve being our captain. So he's kind of taking the reins on this one. This is going to be a 2v2 tournament. The teams consists of Steve, Grant, and myself. I will be subbing for those guys, but Wolf is with me today. Wolf, how are you, bud?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm glad to be here and capturing some more Rocket League. This game is just so intense and fun to watch, and it's going to be an exciting game tonight for sure.
You are hell to balance, let me tell you. Okay, I think you should be good there.
Okay, it's a good thing I talk enough that you can try to balance it out. So we
True
got
story.
we we got the roster for Amateur Hour over on DBQ. I'm not entirely sure what it stands for, but the team that or the players that consist of DBQ are Dongo, Zudin, and Goodnight. Goodnight has been given the brick house accommodation there. So
Accolade.
yeah, so Titch, can you explain why he might have that symbol?
Okay, so the way the accolades work for Indie Gaming League. So after a game, when we upload our scores, we have to put in or add in the replay. When we save the replays, we can add in the replay file. And what it does is it takes our goals, our score points, our assists, saves, shots, all your stats, and keeps a record. So to get that accolade, I don't know how many saves you have to have, but Steve got himself the accolade when we played the 3v3 circuit back in the fall.
Yes, Steve did get that accolade, and if you caught our previous
Yep.
production of the IGL 3v3 tourney, you would have heard me say time and time again, Steve with another amazing save, Steve with another great save, over and over again. He always swooped in real quick, got a nice save, and was able to assist in the clear. Goodnight holds the same accolade, so I'm interested to see who's going to get the most saves tonight in tonight's matchup, and if they actually live up to that accolade. But we know how Steve and Grant play. You have played with them the most. I have definitely watched them quite a bit, and they're going to be a really tough team to beat.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting because this is a twos tournament, and you hear me say this about every single playlist, we'll call it. Um, and it is a 2v2 tournament. Is the rotations and everything are a lot different than the threes. You don't have that third man back.
Right.
So the passing plays become very important. You really got to be on target. And if you are the second man and you're taking that shot, you better hope you hit. You better hope you nail it. Or you hope that the first guy is already on his way back, because if you miss that, you're going to be both the up in a bad position with the defense coming in for the counterattack. So it can definitely swing in 2v2s. You mean we saw it in the ones, how
Mm-hmm.
volatile ones can be. Um, but with that being said,
Yeah.
you do end up in a lot of 1v1 situations because of that. And that's where I think Steve obviously is going to excel. I mean, we saw his performance in the 1v1 tournament that we did. He's a
Slayer.
solid. He's a solid 1v1. Mechanically, in 1v1s, he's got us all beat. As far as rotation and just play style, overall mechanics in a 3v3 2v2, I got to give that one to Grant. So the two of them do really well together. Paco and I just sort of fight to stay with them. As good as we are, they are a little bit better. So I got to give them credit where credit is due.
So everybody already knows that I'm still learning the game, and I haven't quite gotten too accustomed to the 3v3s yet, although I am trying to get there. I understand on 2v2s a little bit more, but you were speaking to how the gameplay mechanics differ from one level to another, from 1v1s up to 3v3s. What's the rotation going to look like for 2v2s?
The rotation for 2v2s is you want to push them together. Uh, so you'll see on the counter, there'll be a very quick counters.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you're counterattacking, you want to try and give, because they're rotating back as well. So you want to push as fast as possible and as hard as you can, because they're forced to shadow defense, which you see a lot of. You've heard me talking about shadow defensing before on a rotation back. And you're going to see a lot of that, and that can really cause you or allow the team to hit a ball and basically get it over your head. You're gonna see a lot of these guys kind of jumping and kind of being like they're going to be heading towards the net, and you're going to see them jump up, rotate the car 180 degrees, and sort of knock it into the corner just to get it away while they're rotating back. So a little bit more car control, I think in twos. A little less required on the accuracy of the shot, I would say, than
Hmm.
threes, because you're going to have that constant person back, and it's not as much of a hailstorm as it can be in threes. Um, so yeah, it's going to be a little bit less defensively if you can catch them off guard. So it's an interesting play. I started originally doing 2v2s. That was kind of before Paco and I sort of picked up Steve and whatnot. It was me and Steve, and then me and Paco kind of doing 2v2s, and
Hmm.
that's kind of where how we kind of came up the ranks together. So that's been
And
kind of
that's
nice.
how I got carried up the ranks too, I might add.
Yeah, I got Wolf's MMR up pretty high in unranked. So when we join unranked now, I actually have to try. It kind of sucks. And to make it worse, I was playing with him and a carrot, and I've carried them
Oh
both up
God,
over.
good
I've
Lord.
carried you over 1200 MMR, and I've carried a carrot up over. He was almost 1,000 or 1100
I think,
MMR.
yeah, I think by the time we were done, he was over 1,000.
Yeah,
So
he was over 1,000 MMR. I remember saying that. So
he and I are a couple hundred over our actual MMR. So
yeah, it gets interesting now when we play with all the two of us. So
now you were saying that in threes, there's a security blanket of a third person rotating back and sitting on defense. In twos, we're not
well,
going to see that.
I should say with a proper rotation. With a
Yeah.
proper rotation of threes, you're gonna have that last man back, uh, usually sitting around mid, and in twos, you are that last man back.
So in twos, though, are we going to expect large clears? Or are we going to expect closer carries? And is there going to be any midfield protection? In other words, people sitting back at midfield and probably getting prepared to defend from there?
Well, we're gonna get see right now as we get on in here, as we are now in game. Face off, an open net, but Crazy misses it. Steve gets it clear. Zudan's gonna keep it in middle here. Trying to get the ball on his car, but bump from Grant. Steve running low on boost as the corner was taken. Over to the wall. Crazy Whale's off the wall. He doesn't have enough boost to follow it. Grant's gonna clear it out to the end.
Good
Bit of a miss
rotation.
there.
Steve sitting in the middle waiting for that pass, but Grant not able to get it out.
You're gonna see a lot of bumps from Grant. Grant can be a very physical player. As we see a miss, but a bump in net. Zudan's gonna try and get it over Steve. He does, but he doesn't find the target.
Yeah, a little too high of a bump going for the crossbar in the backboard. Just missing that shot, but a good placement by Steve, getting in the way, forcing that move.
Grant coming in for the challenge. Pass off the wall. It's going to go to Steve as he gets it down. Into the orange end. Zudan. Grant's going to go for the 50. Take it to the wall. Bit of a awkward touch. It's going to allow for a clear. Steve going to take it around the corner.
Steve with really good positioning there on defense, not pushing up too far, although he was anticipating a pass by Grant, but sitting far enough back to play that defense.
Off the backboard, Crazy Whales. Pushing it now through mid. Grant's going to challenge. Steve to the wall. Gives it to Zudan. Zudan.
Yeah, not sure
Crazy Whales
exactly
up.
how to pronounce it.
Into the corner. Grant's going to pop it up off the wall. Little pop up towards the net.
Getting past
A
it.
miss. And Grant, 2 minutes in, is going to get the first goal of the night.
A very nice play there. Good carries, a nice bump out to the middle towards himself, giving himself a nice pass. Steve there on the opposite side of the field with a little bit of a security blanket, but he's able to pop it up into the goal and get the first score of the night.
Yeah, good defense from our guys. Is really what kept that up. Grant in the corner. He's going to pick up a full tank of boost. 1v1 situation.
I'm going for something similar there, but Zuden able to get the block. Well played.
A boomer downfield is going to allow Grant to get another clear back into the yellows, or in orange zone, sorry. Crazy Whale is going to toss it away, give it to Grant. Grant going to push it in, try to take it off the defender into the net. Steve with a nice 50. It's going to put it right back onto the back wall.
Just
a
brick
stall.
wall he is. Oh!
And Steve comes in. Second goal, 2:18 left.
Yeah, he positioned himself very well. He didn't push up too hard. He capitalized on the empty midfield, grabbed that boost, and then punished right there at the end.
50 goes into Steve's favor as he takes the corner boost. Two is a lot of boosts available, but you also want to take it from the other team. You want to try and boost the star of them as much as possible. Steve going to take it from the back wall. Grant's going to go for the demo. Gets it. But unfortunately, nobody was there for the ball. 50 is just going to pop off the wall. Crazy Whales. Grant getting tied up.
Grant really heavy on the challenge, and like you said, he's doing a lot of bumping. He's going for the ball, but also capitalizing on the mistakes of
back pass to Steve kind of becomes a little bit of a scary moment there. Steve now very low on boost. Grant's going to take that 50 over to the opposite corner. Gets it over one. Takes a full tank of boost. Here's the shadow defense I was talking about. Steve trying to get it around Crazy. Grant will get it. Try to get it out over to mid. Steve with a pinch off of Grant, and
what a save.
Save coming out. Steve off the wall.
Oh, but the pressure is on. AHC really applying a lot of pressure on orange side.
Grant challenges into the corner. Crazy Wheels is up. Now here's the problem I was talking about with people being rotated. Zidane having some trouble finding the mark here. Steve's going to try and push it out, but Grant double commit on the save. Steve comes back.
A couple lost opportunities there by DBQ.
A demo from Zidane is going to come out.
Oh, what a bump!
And that's going to allow DBQ to get on the board with 20 seconds left. AHC up by 1.
Zuden sacrificing himself for the goal. What a teammate.
Apparently you've been whispered. Steve does face off to a 50-50. Neutral territory at the moment. Steve just killing time. 5 seconds left. One last chance here from AHC to get a shot in. The ball is up. Steve comes in, but it's just going to go to the corner, and
they're trying to keep it alive here. DBQ really doesn't want to lose it. They're keeping it up in the air. Zuden just getting under it, bouncing off the corner.
AHC really wants to die. Yes.
Whew.
Then unable to keep it up. And that's going to be the end of game number 1.
Ooh, the end there was really, really close, man. Really close. DBQ carrying it all the way to AHC side of the field, keeping it on the wall, getting under the ball, and just narrowly having it touch the ground. AHC kind of got lucky there as they started to scramble a bit. But you were mentioning how Grant was going to do a lot of bumping, and he's showing up with that, doing a lot of bumping, really good reads on the challenges, and good clears as well. Really applying that pressure on the orange side of the field.
Yeah, you're gonna see a lot of that from Grant. I've seen it so many times. That was game 1. Game 2 here. Let's see if we can get a couple of passing plays out from the guys. The Steve's gonna cheat up, and he might take a quick, easy goal here. As Crazy goes up for the save. Crazy Grant down the 1v1. The flick up. Grant gets the save into the corner.
What a great read.
The demo from Grant's gonna break the rotation here. Steve into the corner. This is going to pop up nicely for him off the wall. Grant not quite in this position to read that.
Still gets a good carry and tries to drive it in towards the center of the field. The Steve returning back to his own side, trying to challenge there. But it looks like Zuden was able to win that. Nice bump by Grant. Oh my gosh, he is all over them.
Oh, and a bit of an awkward touch there from Crazy as he gets a second unintentional touch off the flip here. Right here, actually, he boosted up to it.
Very good air control there as he stays under the ball and just slips it over the roof of Steve.
Looked like it was a bit unintentional, but he actually did do that. Is Steve gonna take the bounce off the wall, and he's gonna answer back?
No thank you, sir. No thank you. Give me that goal. Let's tie it up and make it an even game with 4 minutes 17 seconds left on the clock. What an incredible goal.
It's less than 1 minute in. We've got 2 goals already. Crazy Whales gonna win this face-off. Goes to Zidane, pinches off the wall. Grant's gonna go in for the challenge. He's gonna follow it along. Try to get it past Crazy. He does. He's gonna take their boost as well. Zidane, not a lot of boost right now. Steve's gonna be able to take this shot in. A little wide of the mark.
Missing.
Steve sitting on 0. Grant's gonna come in for the 50. Steve has to go all the way back. Crazy Whale's gonna take possession. Bit of a pass over to Steve. Bit of an awkward spot here. Gets it over.
Oh, what a light touch.
Bit of a push up in the blue zone here. Zidane's going to turn back around and try and pick up that boost. He's going to be able to knock this over.
Very good clear by Steve, getting on the opposite side of the field, making DBQ chase it. But it looks like they're applying the pressure now, and Steve just getting save after save, really showing what kind of a brick wall he is.
Grant picking up both the mid and corner boost. Both of the orange team here, they have very little boost. Steve's going to whale this one off the backboard. Go for the 50.
Sometimes you just have way too much power behind your shot.
He just wished his car was a little bit taller that time. Grant got to throw this back off the wall. Steve's going to actually make it. Tries to come in for the 50.
Ooh, bit of a tough spot here.
Crazy
Grant flying
Whales.
up, getting the block.
Bit of an awkward 1v1 situation going on over here. This Grant's now going to try and push up. Steve's just going to throw this into the corner. Takes a 50. It's going to come back into the front of the box. Crazy Whales off the back wall. Zidane's going to come around this one, take this up. A little boost, he can't go for it. Bit of an awkward 50 by Steve, but he's going to pop it over Crazy Whales, and we are back on the offense in Orange's zone.
Man, some of these plays by these guys are just insane. Small touches make a huge difference, especially during these 50s.
Grant's going to come in from mid. Dan's going to try and flip it over. What really you wanted to do there is that's going to keep the ball in their zone.
Yeah, it looked like he did a little too soon. Could have carried it a little bit more and flicked a little bit more at the end, but...
Steve having to come in for the 50 on that one. He's going to get passes then. He gets a bump. He's going to try and push this one out to mid. There's Grant.
Oh,
a miss by both of them. 50's going to bring it back in front of the box.
1 minute left on the clock. It's still all tied up here.
Big clear. Gonna put this into the opposite corner. The challenge causes the flick. Grant gonna take their boost. There's a bit of an awkward touch, and that's gonna be off the crossbar.
Oh, so close.
Now Steve
carrying it. Grant coming from behind. What a hit.
too high off the backboard. Grant's gonna push this away. Gets it past one. Shadow defense is going to be able to pick this one up, though. Bit of a miss. Steve dodges the bump off the back wall. Does he get another touch? He does. Puts it out in front of the box. Grant's going to come in. He's going to put that one in the back of the net. And we're going to be up 2-1 with 10 seconds left to go.
AHC coming in with the heat. Grant reading that bounce right off the wall. Sinking a shot. What a nice play.
Timer started.
Cheating up there a little bit.
Crazy's going to take it off the wall. Passes to Steve. Steve going to be able to dribble this. Gets the flick up. As nice. Grant trying to come in. And this ball's going to touch ground. That's going to be final score. 2-1. Game number 2 goes to the AHC boys.
Wow, just incredible play. I have to say from both teams. AHC just seems to be a little bit more dominating on the defensive end. A couple of mistakes by DBQ. They have opportunities to carry the ball just a little bit more downfield. Saw that a couple of times. Clear's not as precise as I would say maybe Steve or Grant have. Steve and Grant really getting some nice passes off the walls there. Good reads. They played together long enough. I don't know how long the other guys have played together, but I definitely know that Steve and Grant played enough together that not only are they good at communicating, but they're good at reading each other's moves. I mean, there's just some synchronicity there that is just so beautiful to watch.
Yeah, and you've seen it with us. When you play with somebody long enough, or what you've heard me saying is, I didn't expect you to be there. Because there becomes a point where you understand how your teammate plays, where their positioning is going to be, that I can blindly pass a ball to an area that I can't see, but I know that that's where they're going to be. Just knowing what they're like, knowing how they play.
Yep.
And that's where that synchronicity really comes into play. As we start game number 3 here, bit of a stale 50 there, but it's going to move over into the blue half. Crazy Will's going to get a touch, and he's going to start off early, 8 seconds in, putting themselves on the board.
Steve. Oh, big miss by Steve. Just timed it wrong there. Flew up a little too soon. Flew under the ball. Wales getting a nice goal.
.50. Just barely getting into the blue end. Steve going to be able to miss this one. Uncharacteristic. Crazy's up for the shot. Grant's going to push it back out into the corner. Steve going to follow this one up. He misses the boost, though. Thankfully, Zunan's left the other one.
Man, he slipped it right past that defense. Now it's back in the orange corner, but they're still applying that pressure at mid.
As Grant gets over Grant, Steve with the save. Zunan's going to push it up again. Crazy Wheels is going to get this touch. Grant with another one off the wall. Crazy Wheels, what an angle on that one. And they're going to get themselves 2 up less than 1 minute in.
My gosh, this DBQ team is so different from the last 2 games we just saw. The amount of pressure they're applying right now, the heat that they're bringing, it's so intense, forcing Grant and Steve to scramble just a bit here. Nice 2 goals with less than 1 minute.
Face off. 50 on the wall. Grant's going to take this one. Is he going to be able to get the touch? He does.
Oh my God.
And he's going to answer back. 8 seconds in. Even Crazy Wheels says nice shot as he comes in and plows that one down underneath.
Let's just answer with some fancy car maneuvering. Absolute beautiful work right there.
Another neutral face-off. Steve's got to go for a ceiling shot. Does he get the... Oh, geez, it's so close on that one. Grant's a bit of an awkward position as Steve's not back. And this is what I was talking about. This is going to fly right down and in. This is where I said about the shots having to be placed well. You're on the retreat, and you've got to get there quick. Steve tried what he could, but just wasn't able to catch it.
Yeah, that hit off the back wall was a little too hard. Steve not quite in position yet, and it really gave DBQ great positioning for that shot.
Back into the orange corner. Steve going to miss that 50. Shadow defense from Grant is good. He's going to push that into the corner. He's going to come up for the second touch. Get away from Zidane. Can he get the flip on this one? He's going to wait. Gets a 50. It was crazy. He's going to pick up the boost. He's going to lob it into the box here. Steve. Pop up for Crazy. He's going to put this one off the backboard.
Playing a little more cautiously as AHC, as they both were sitting back in the goal, trying to get reads. But it doesn't matter. Wales slips in, gets a nice shot, increasing the score by 3.
Yeah, Steve, bit of an awkward save there. It's so hard when it's straight up over the net. Ball cam is not your friend in that spot.
Absolutely not. Sometimes that ball is large enough to hide the opposing team right behind it, and it's not always an easy read. You don't know whether to jump or just let it drop.
Oh, I thought Steve might have been going for the bump there. Grant's going to push this one into the corner. Get a second touch on it.
Nice
Grant going to go for the bump. Steve. Both AHC members now on the retreat. Steve's going to turn around, go for the challenge. Grant should be coming to pick this one up. Crazy's going to get an awkward touch. He's going to push it backwards into his corner. Little Pop's going to hand this to Steve off the backboard. Grant's up. Can he get the touch? No, he doesn't. Steve's going to put this one towards the net. Crazy's going to try what he can, but unfortunately unable to get the right angle on it.
So close. Great effort by Crazy Wales. It's just not enough of a touch to bounce it out of the goal, but good effort. Nice shot by Steve. And now they close the gap to 2.
Half the game gone already. 6 goals in. Steve's going to take this one around the box. Grant's going to get a bit of an awkward touch on it. I don't think that's really what he wanted. A touch is going to put this one off the crossbar and in.
Boy, this is definitely a different defense from what we've seen in the first 2 rounds here. Not the AHC we're used to seeing. Let's see if they can turn it around. But DBQ really playing a different game themselves. A lot more aggressive, a lot more on point, a lot more synchronized in this round.
And their 1v1s, when they have their time, they're playing it a lot slower. Steve's going to challenge this one in the corner.
I've also noticed that they've started winning a lot more 50s, which has really been working in their favor.
Steve going to push this one up the wall. Grant going for the bumps, but I'm not sure what... He's not really in position for Steve to take the shot there. Steve's going to try and keep this one in the net. Or in their zone, sorry. Crazy. Out for the save on this one. Steve's going to push this out in mid. Grant going to test off the board. Steve coming in for the challenge. He's going to put that one over the defender. 127 remaining. 2 goals down.
So close here. Just squeaked it right by. He's doing a little late on the liftoff. Just missing it.
And that's the thing. Once it's in the box, you got to get it out. Because somebody's going to be there. As a face-off, goal might happen there, but Crazy's going to come in for the save. A bump with Grant is going to cause a Steve able to recover and get the second touch. 120 left.
You can't count a team out, man. You can't count a team out. If you got more than a minute on the clock, there's likely going to be a comeback. Team's skilled enough, and we're seeing it right here. They have closed the gap to 1.
Well, there's 5 minutes in the game. We've got 9 goals. You do the math. Can't count it out until you're at the last. Even 20 seconds is still enough time to come back if you're down by 1. So they don't need to push too hard just yet. They're not on do or die. Steve's going to clear this one over to the corner. Fortunately, I'm able to get a second touch. Zidane's going to push this out. Grant's going to put this up in an awkward position.
We got less than a minute on the clock now.
Crazy wheels up. It's going to go off the backboard, but Grant's going to clear that. Steve, 50-50 goes in the Orange's favor. Grant in an awkward position here as he drops it down inside the box.
Not the touch he wanted.
Crazy's going to push this around. Almost gets a second touch off the save from Grant. The Steve's going to put this one off the backboard. Coming in, but Grant's going to be able to get there first and clean this up. 26 seconds, just under 30 seconds remaining. And we are tied up, Wolf.
What a comeback. AHC really falling behind early on in the first half of this round. And They started showing up in the second half and tied it all up. Now it's 25 seconds left on the clock. This is getting intense.
Yeah, when you're 20 seconds left, we're in there. You're down in your end. You want to get this out. You want to try and get the clears. But now, 10 seconds remaining. Steve is in a very good spot here for a shot. He's got to get it in with Grant causing haywire in the net.
A nice little high five by HC at the end there. Really good pressure by Grant. I mean, he not only did he get the bump, but he just lingering there in the goal causes so much disruption for the other team. You just don't know how to predict the movements and what's going to end up happening.
7 seconds. Grant's going to win this face-off. Crazy wheels on the wall. Grant's going to put this up. It's do or die. And, Grant just barely missing another goal there.
What's up, Paco? Oh, Flip, how you doing? I don't know if you're still here. I'm sorry. I didn't see you come in earlier. I was talking too much, as I usually do.
What a series that was.
Holy cow, dude.
That was a bit of a fun little ending there, I think.
That was an intense ending. My goodness. The first two rounds were pretty one-sided. Looking back on it, AHC definitely was dominating more heavily, both on offense and defense. They just had so much more pressure on DBQ's defense. It was in the zone, in the orange zone, way more often for the majority of the match. They just were getting greater passes, nicer shots, and really good reads. But that last round, they started slipping up in the first half, and it's kind of causing some concern as they started to lull behind by like at least 3 points. But they turned it around in the second half of that round and really just showed up and proved how good they really are.
Yeah, that last game there was, I mean, you would have almost thought that DBQ was going to walk away with that one. I mean, they're down 4 goals, and to be able to quickly come back, I mean, you're still down 2 goals with 120 left, and to be able to come back and that, and this is what I say, like, until you're at the 20-second mark, there's no need to panic. There's no need to start trying to break rotation and push for that extra ones. Give it a little bit of time. Once you start to wind down, just get it level. Get yourself within 1. Once you're within 1, you can definitely get yourself back up. And then once you're tied, just play safe again. Go back to regular. It's a tied game. Carry on. And they were able to just bring it back, chop it one piece at a time. Well done.
Yeah, and that's really challenging to do when you're down by such a significant margin. Maintaining your composure, saying, okay, let's just play our game. Let's get it back on track. Let's stop making these mistakes, read better, and let's just play our game. And be able to come back like that, really got to give themselves a pat on the back because that was incredible ball play and great play by DBQ as well. You guys played really, really hard. You had a lot of really good reads, a lot of really good clears and shots. So good luck. This was only week 1. You got plenty more rounds to go. So keep it up.
Week 1, man, clean sweep. Good job to the boys. So by the way, for those that saw the new intro, this is leg. For those that saw the new starting soon video and the new intro, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. The video took 2 days of rendering for me to click go, and 2 days before it was finished. So it was definitely yeah, it definitely took some time, but I think it looks well. There's a couple small things, issues, but apparently nobody really notices it. I see it every time. You'll see it now that I pointed it out, but yeah, no, it looks good until we do what we should do. Actually, we should work on nothing like more work, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, so we should
new year, new AHC.
New year, new AHC. We're gonna need a new desk, a new Rocket League desk, I think. So we'll have to work.
Nice.
Yeah, so since we're gonna be doing this a little bit more regularly now with the guys having a team and being a part of the Indie Gaming League, I think we're gonna have to create a Rocket League set. At least another,
that'd be really
another
nice.
desk.
And if we run another AHC league, 1v, not league, but tournament 1v1. If you guys are interested, by the way, Rocket League is free, so you can download it at no cost and enjoy the fun. It will drive you crazy at first, pun kind of intended there. But once you start getting the hang of it, it's a blast, especially when you play with friends who can carry you all the time and just teach you the ropes. Your skills gonna grow exponentially. But it's a really fun game, and at no cost you can play it right now. I am interested in doing another 1v1 tournament, of course, AHC run. So if any of you guys are interested and you want to see one of those again, we do have them saved. We do have those videos saved. So if you want to check it out, be sure to go back into our video files and you can find them there. And if you want to test your luck, maybe you could join our Discord and let us know, and maybe we can organize another one.
Yeah. I've been trying to get a Karen to play Rocket League for years.
Yep.
Like back on PlayStation, a couple of years back, it became free with PlayStation Plus, and that's how I started playing it, and I fell in love with the game. I've been playing it for years, and I couldn't get a Karen to play it for life. Now that he's streaming a little bit more regularly, he was looking for another game. Next thing you know, dude, I look on my phone and I see, like, because Discord has it linked, like you can see what game you're playing on Discord. Right. It's like a Karen playing Rocket League. I'm like,
no way.
What? And I message him. I'm like, yo, are you playing Rocket League? He's like, yeah. I'm like, I'm getting on. And now, now we probably play at least once a week. Like, I'll be like, yo, Rocket League. You'll be like, yeah, okay. I'm like, damn. For years I've been trying to get you to play this game. Now you play.
That just goes to show it's never too late to get in. So if
again, like, it's one of those things where you get in, you start playing, and then you get hooked on the game. The game is amazing mechanically. We won't talk about the ranking system when you're in the higher levels because we just went through another reset.
Oh, lovely. I'm gonna have to hop back on soon.
Yeah, we've done it already. Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to the Indy Gaming League, who is running this circuit. We had participated in it once before, but it was a 3v3 circuit. Now we're in a 2v2. So shout outs to Indie Gaming League and having them allow us to broadcast the matches, or at least the matches for our team. Really organized group, really awesome website, really easy to follow. I encourage you to go check them out. Indie Gaming League. Just type it into Google search and you'll find their website. Nice and easy. It's not just Rocket League that they run. They also run other games like Apex Legends that I see prominently at the top of those circuits. So if you're interested in that sort of thing and interested in sort of that kind of league play or circuit play, go check out their website.
Yeah, there's three main games that they do: Apex Legends, Rocket League, and I can't remember what the other one is, but that's kind of like their three main. But I do believe they have some other ones that they do as well. But yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool, guys. If you're not currently already following, make sure you are. If you take a look down below at the panels for sponsors, links to our sponsor, Raise Energy. We have Discord, Facebook, YouTube, the whole 9 yards. But I believe that's going to be it for us. It was a quick 3 games today. Congratulations to the HC team. 1 victory down. I think you got what 4, 5 more to go, depending.
No, we'll get 5 more. Whether it's 5 or not, we'll get 5 more.
Yeah, I'm not sure how long the preseason is, or the regular season before it goes into post. I don't know how many weeks it is. I'd have to look. But yeah. So it's going to be it. Anything else, Wolf, before we head on over to play Rocket League?
No, I got nothing else. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Really appreciate your time. Be sure to hit that follow, hit that bell icon, so you can stay tuned for all the Rocket League that we broadcast, as well as Firewall.
All right, with that, guys, go and download Rocket League if you haven't already done so. I'll see you guys online. Till next time, folks. Peace.